All right, all right, all right.
Just settle down. All right, you ready?
I'm born ready, baby.
All right. A few things considered.
Yeah,
All right.
we can go with that.
3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to Few Things Considered. My name is Talon Stanley.
And I'm Hunter Freemuth.
Talk better into the microphone, bro.
Well, I'm sorry. Get off my back. Sorry.
All right. I am just kind of give our first grade introductions. I am 20 years old. My biggest passions are cars, stand-up comedy, and just a lot of sports in general. But I am a stand-up comedian, if you want to say that. I'm just starting out, still getting better.
I don't want to say that.
But I have a plethora of things that I would like to talk about just in general, and I kind of want to get it out of my face. Now we have our co-host here, Mr. Hunter. Go ahead and give us your introduction.
I'm also 20 years old. I'm sort of, should I say, 20 years young for all of the old ladies and gentlemen out there. I'm a simple man. I don't do much. I do enjoy my sports when it comes on, though, and I do get very violent when they come on. Besides that, pretty laid back guy. Like to talk about everything. Very open minded about any topics, especially on here. You know, there's never any like opinions that we're gonna like judge. I mean, I'm definitely gonna judge Talon on anything he says, but I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be here with my best friend.
Oh yeah, I forgot to say that. So he was the best man at my wedding. We've known each other since freshman year in high school.
He's known me since then. I was pretty fucking geeked out most of high school.
That's true. You're always fucking smart. But I think it was in English class the first time we had a class together. We just didn't know.
Oh, probably. I don't even remember what English class I had.
It was with God, what's her name?
It wasn't Lamoureux, was it?
No, it wasn't Lamoureux. It might have been.
The fat bitch?
Yes.
Oh, dude, I fucking hate her.
She's nice though. She's a pain in the ass, but she's nice.
Fucking okay, boomer.
She's still a pain in the ass. Not as bad as Leverage, but we
Leverage just had holes in her brain.
We can go ahead and stop on that one though.
I don't know. I can go on for this for quite a while.
Oh, okay. So we got our introductions through. Let's go ahead and start this. Now I have something that I need to show Hunter. This fight was 5 months ago. I mean, you can try to call it a fight.
Ooh, okay.
It was, yeah, you'll see. It was 5 months ago. This is the Jorge Masvidal and Ben Askren fight.
Never heard of those people before.
Now, Jorge Masvidal came up. He was in the original Kimbo Slice videos.
Oh, okay.
You remember those?
Yeah.
Back in the early 2000s, and that's kind of how he got famous.
Rest in peace.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I wish I could still see him fighting. Him in the octagon is just unbeatable.
He's just what you would consider a man.
He's a fucking man. Now, okay, so let's get to this. It is Ben Askren and Jorge Masvidal. Ben Askren is he was the world champion, I think, Olympic world champion for wrestling, and now this is him in the UFC fighting Masvidal, and we are going to go through the whole fight right now, and he's going to get his reaction.
Ben Askren is also Lil Dicky's older brother.
Kind of looks like it, yeah.
Jewish runs in the family.
All right. So we're also going to watch the intro just for funsies.
I wonder how much cocaine they do before each fight.
They can't. They get tested. I don't know if they get tested right when they go out, but they definitely get tested for a lot of things.
I mean, I don't doubt it. These are some beefy ass men.
Yeah, I think. I love UFC, but I'm not a genius with it, so I'm definitely going to be wrong a lot. But they test for a lot of things. I think even if you, I think there was somebody busted for just using the supplement powder.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that happened in college basketball as well, or college football. Sorry.
Is marijuana legal in this sport?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Wow, it's
Nate
huge.
Diaz is famous for it.
That's fucking huge. Oh, he's the one that smoked a blunt up on stage, wasn't he?
Smoked a joint, yeah, lit up
Hell
at there.
yeah.
Okay, watch this. This is the whole fight.
It's 3 minutes long. Okay.
Let's see. Ready? That's the end of the fight.
Holy fucking! Rewind that. No. Slow. Okay. Pause it. And go into the settings and slow mo that for me. I want to see it connect.
How do you do that?
The playback speed.
Oh, I have never seen it. That's so cool. Half speed?
Yeah, let's go half speed because it's gonna be fucking slow.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know. It's showing kind of weird, like weird quality.
That's fine. It's slow mo. You're gonna expect it's YouTube.
That's true.
Ooh.
Yes. Okay, so for everybody, and then he hits him with a couple right there. That's because he hadn't called him knocked out yet, even though he was just planted. So what we're talking about here, I already told you who's fighting. Now, what happened was, this is kind of the analysis of a 5-second fight. So they're both backed up against the fences, up against the octagon, ready to go at each other. Ben Askren comes in. He's going for a takedown.
Okay.
So if you watch again,
He's trying to shoot the leg.
Yes, he's trying to get the legs. He pulls his head down a little bit and meets a knee. So Masvidal knew he was going to do that, and he had been talking about it. He said, "I'm going to come in with a flying knee," and the stars aligned. He hit him straight. I think right above the eye, and just knocked him out immediately. This is the UFC world fastest knockout ever. For 5 seconds, even though you can see he was knocked out after about 2.5 seconds, but the referee couldn't get to him fast enough to call him knocked out yet.
This is like the legal version of Ambien nowadays. I guess Ambien's still legal, but you don't need a prescription to get kneed in the fucking face.
No, you don't. You just need to sign a bunch of waivers.
Yeah, I mean, he's getting money for it. I'd pay money to get knocked the fuck out.
He got paid a lot for that, and this was shortly after he joined the UFC because UFC didn't want him.
Askren?
Askren, yeah.
Okay.
Masvidal had been in for a little while. I don't remember what
he
his
should stick
record
to
was.
rap. He's pretty good at it.
Ben Askren?
Yeah.
Really?
At least he should get tips from his brother.
Oh my God, Lil Dicky. Oh, I love Lil Dicky. That'd be cool if they are related, though.
I mean, they very well could be.
One of them.
Their lineage and their hair, it could be the same.
Regardless of this video, Ben Askren is actually an amazing fighter.
Oh, he's a professional. I'm just no hate against the man. The man just got knocked the fuck out.
Oh yeah, he got knocked out.
He got knocked out Firehouse.
I think he was undefeated in wrestling. I think he was in ONE FC in China, and I think he was undefeated. I think he lost one before he got to this one, but now he's having a hard time getting to the title.
You say this was in China for him?
No, this is UFC. This is shortly after.
Well, I know this is UFC, but I'm talking about like the wrestling part.
The wrestling was in China, yeah.
Okay, so I mean they're crafty, so you're gonna be pretty good.
Yeah, it's kind of that one was. I don't know a whole lot about ONE FC, but it's kind of like UFC. I think it's in a ring, and it's like it's MMA. It's
probably still point based, just like regular wrestling.
Yeah, I think so. There's one martial art though. I don't know if you've heard of it. That
is it Wing Chun?
No.
That shit's crazy.
I respect it so much. It's called Lethwei.
Lethwei?
Lethwei.
That's not like a disease, bro.
It's
and I probably have it.
The biggest face of Lethwei is Dave Leduc. He's I remember what country he was born in, but he made his career in Myanmar.
Not a clue what that is.
It's a big home for Lethwei, and basically, from what I heard of him talking about it, it only ends in knockout.
Okay, so there's no other form of way to win like a match.
Yeah, there's no TKO. There's no. I don't think there's submissions. I might be wrong. Like I said, I'm still learning. It is a big passion of mine, but I'm still new. I only started following around the time of this fight because of that knockout.
Well, I'm still just waiting for the day somebody's starting to get choked out and they say harder, daddy. If that happens, I will strongly follow this sport.
Oh my God, could you imagine? Just have you ever watched a fight?
I watched the Khabib and McGregor one where Khabib jumped over and proceeded to like hog fuck the crowd.
That was crazy, man. I understand why Dana didn't want to put the belt on him. Like, I get it, because people really would have thrown a fit.
Did he get slapped with a suspension for that?
I don't think so.
I mean, at that point, it's a fine suspension. Look at the Myles Garrett thing. I mean,
UFC is a different planet, man.
I understand, but there's still got to be rules and regulations.
Yes.
It's still a sport. You want it to be, I guess, family friendly, like friendly as you like it can be.
Right.
I mean, at that point, you're getting beat the fuck up. You can't really make it that family friendly, but you still gotta have like chaos control.
Yeah.
It's a professional sport. You should have manners and like respect.
That's true, but when they do just pay-per-view, when it's not on Fox, you can cuss however much you want. Except for when you're on Fox.
Fox they just bleep it out. Nobody cares about Fox.
You actually can't. So,
really?
Yes, there was...
What happens if somebody just cusses?
That happened.
Did they just stop airing it?
It was when, I think I don't know if they tried to bleep it, but they had to have... Because, Joe Rogan does the post-fight interviews in the Octagon.
Yeah.
It was after one of Nate Diaz's fights when he called out McGregor. He was saying, see if I can remember the quote properly. It was, Conor McGregor, you're taking everything I work for, motherfucker. I'm the real fight, not these other motherfuckers around here. And then Joe Rogan had to stop and, okay, we're on Fox. We can't be saying that.
I love Joe Rogan.
I love Joe Rogan. I love Nate Diaz. I know you don't know much about him, but
I know he's pretty wild. And, like, he's like a funny guy. I've seen like some of his like I do sometimes I watch something like I go on YouTube and I watch like the like UFC fights because it's fun to watch fighting. I love to watch I watch backyard boxing.
Right.
Which is like they're out in like the hood and like they're throwing up like real boxing matches and there's rules and like they do it right. Like the ones out in like North Carolina. I forget what that's called. I think you showed me it.
Yeah, it was a backyard boxing. It was like a family boxing night. I want to do it so bad.
With Mighty Mouse?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that bald-headed dude with all the fucking tats.
Yeah. Oh,
He's
yeah. I want to do
as
that.
a motherfucker, though.
I want to do that so bad. I want to get into boxing. I want to get into martial arts.
Well, I did MMA for a while and wrestling, and then I got fat and lazy.
Even with how big we are, Joey Diaz does jiu-jitsu.
Well, dude, we do anything we set our mind to. Like, when I was playing basketball as a bigger boy, I was moving around like I was a fucking 150-pound man.
That's true. I've always been big. I've never really been good at it.
Well, I used to be really skinny, and then I found out how amazing food is.
Found out?
Well, I was limiting myself.
Oh, okay. All right, so now he kind of hinted at it. This is, I don't know, you can't call it breaking news because obviously we're not breaking the news. But...
Somebody definitely broke the news.
Yeah, I think...
That fucking time.
Was it Adam Schefter or was it Dallas?
It's
usually Adam Schefter.
It's probably Chef.
So I'll let you kind of announce this one. This is you're so happy with this.
Dude, it's about time I can stop making fun of the Cowboys for being such a shitty team.
No, we can't. We can't stop.
I'm still gonna make fun of them.
Oh yeah.
But like, I respect the hell out of the Dallas Cowboys.
That's true. I really like Dak and Zeke.
I don't like Dak as much as you. I think he's a serviceable quarterback.
He's good. I think he definitely needs work. He's still young. That's the thing, and he's playing like it too.
Yeah.
But you put him up against, like, in your head against, like, Lamar Jackson, which I know isn't fair.
Look at the first year him and Zeke came in, 12-4. Nobody knew how they played. I saw Zeke play in Ohio State, and I knew that man was going to be a fucking wrecking ball when he came into the league. And then he came into the best offensive line in the NFL.
That's true.
And then Jerry Jones is like, hold my beer.
Did they have anybody then that they don't have now?
Zach Martin's been out. So, I mean, when he comes back from injury, he's probably not going to be as fast, but he's still, like, the best right guard in the fucking game.
Yeah, I wish I would do more research on offensive line.
I don't really do research on him. I just kind of, like, I watch him play. And, like, if I like the man, I'll give him a follow and, just see what he's about.
Oh, that's true. You're all about the social media currency. By liking and following.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, especially with Daddy DK. I may have done a little digging and looked at everybody in his entire family.
That's your bromance.
It is that's my dad. I actually watched the last year's NFL draft just to see who's going to draft DK, and I sat there and watched it for a couple days. I watched the first round, obviously. That's the fun part.
That's the only part that a lot of people watch.
And then I watched the next couple of rounds, and when DK was called the last pick of the second round, I damn near pissed and cried in my pants. I cried in my pants. Like, I was like fully arms down where my legs should be. I didn't have any legs at this point because I fucking chewed them off because I was so nervous.
So I hate to correct you, but your dad is definitely Brett Kiesel.
My dad is definitely Daddy DK.
You remember who Brett Kiesel is, right?
Not a damn clue.
Really?
Marijuana is taking over myself.
Let's see.
At least back in the day.
Brett.
Perma high, as you would say back in the day as well.
Perma high, I remember when I made that. This gentleman right here played for the Steelers. God, I miss him.
That is, you can't tell me that's not Fitzmagic.
This was long before Fitzpatrick. Are you kidding me?
I would like to beg to differ. That is the same man I've seen on the Dolphins. Have you seen Austin's new haircut?
Austin's haircut?
Weber?
No.
Dude, okay, so Chunk took a picture of him.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got the same haircut as Fitzmagic, and he's got the beard to fucking match. And
Seriously?
Yeah, he threw on the shades and a leather jacket. And he looked like he was wearing D-Jax's clothes in that interview after he torched that fucking team.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It was beautiful.
I'm honestly just a little hurt that you don't know who he is.
He's on the Steelers. He played for the Steelers, so I don't give a fuck.
He was so good. Okay, I know you don't like the Steelers. He's a Seahawks fan. What a bitch. But
Oh, yeah, what a bitch. Okay.
Dude,
Meet me in the playoffs. Oh, wait.
nobody expected the Steelers to make the playoffs. Nobody.
I will give your head coach some credit that he made that team work. I think he should get coach of the year. Bring that team to the record they have today.
He won't.
I know.
Harbaugh's gonna get it.
I know he won't, but I think taking that fucking team with Mr. Duck Hodges himself,
Yeah.
Devlin,
He's another thing, man. I really wish he was good.
he's not. You guys are definitely gonna have to draft a QB. I think Big Ben's done. I think he should have retired, and so he's a big boy, and you can tell he's been hurting for the past couple of years.
He's been hurt almost like every other year of his career.
I know, but eventually, man,
It wears on you.
You gotta. I know that you have the love for a game. Look at like fucking Brett Favre. He kept coming back.
He's another animal. I don't like. I feel like at that point he was like collecting Social Security, as well as playing football.
Oh, okay.
Because he was what 96 when he came back.
Yeah, I mean, damn near.
Oh my goodness. Okay, let's go ahead and see what your audio looks like, just to make sure it's still good. All right, looking good. Probably want to be a. Oh,
How's that?
Goodness. I don't know how loud this is for people with headphones, but if there's a point that's going to be loud, that's it.
I sneeze like your dad. You're welcome.
Everybody's dead.
My brain fucking hurts now.
That's what you get for using it.
Well, I forgot how to sneeze the day I blew up my eardrums.
What?
Yeah, I forgot. I had to relearn how to sneeze.
You never told me about this. Tell me the story.
So I was at my grandma's. I was sitting in my room, and I didn't know there was like mold in the closet, so it was fucking with me, and I was feeling real sick. And I literally sat in my room. I was, puffing tough, it's getting higher than fucking titties. And I had a sneezing fit for 20 minutes in a row.
Jesus Christ!
I constant, not one fucking like missed second wasn't a sneeze, bro. And I said, "Fuck it," and I held it in, and my ears went.
Oh.
And ever since then, my hearing, I say I have about. I never went to get checked it out, but like I at least lost half my hearing because.
Fuck. And you can still hear better than me.
Yeah, I also developed tinnitus from it, so my ears will ring, and whenever I talk, static will come out of my ears.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, and it makes me really sick.
I would imagine that's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, it's kind of like vertigo. I'd explain it as.
Say that again.
It's kind of like vertigo when you get you look down.
Oh, I can see that.
Yeah, my balance has been pretty off for a little bit because of that.
Oh, I can see that. That's pretty shitty, but I can definitely see that.
Yeah, I'm still an OG gangster though, so no worries.
Shut the fuck
Yeah,
up.
from the 360, baby.
360. Oh my god. Oh yeah, we never mentioned that. So we live in Vancouver, Washington.
Now they know where to murder us.
Yeah, I'm not saying where. I mean, I'll give you my full address in about 10 minutes.
Yeah, I was gonna say 5515 Northeast. Go fuck yourself.
Oh,
I mean,
I love that street.
The other half is right, but you're gonna have to figure it out yourself. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
So, So is Rivera going to?
No, he is signed as the head coach of the Redskins, and they parted ways with their general manager, as you can tell.
Yes, I do remember that. And that's another big thing with. God, this quickly turned into football talk.
That's okay. I don't think anybody's complaining.
Yeah, that's one thing that I think we're going to keep the same. I don't want to necessarily label what genre this is. Obviously, we could try to keep it funny. But, I mean, I don't really have any discrimination against what topics we talk about. If you guys have a topic that you want to talk about. Huh?
What?
You will say it louder?
Except Steelers fans? We don't like them.
No, we. But, okay. So go ahead and let us know if you have any desired topics. I mean, I think there's going to be comments on a couple different forms that we have this. If not, we will have an email. You can email us at fewthingsconsidered@gmail.com. I haven't created, so I really hope that's still available.
Yeah. And if you do email it already, it's not set up, so you're kind of just playing yourself at this point.
And did I say all things considered or a few things considered?
I don't remember, but it is a few things considered, so if he said all, he's wrong and retarded. You could have guessed that through this entire thing so far.
I'm definitely going to be doing a lot of those. Oh! So did you know that Hines Ward has been coaching for the Jets?
I thought he was married to Steph Curry. Are you okay?
I hate you.
You say the wide... Oh, wait. What did you say?
I think he's the receiver coach for the Jets.
Wow, that's cool, because Wes Welker is the receiving coach for the Texans.
He's already coaching?
Yeah, he's been coaching the Texans wide receivers. Why do you think fucking Nuke is a nuke?
That's true.
And they have Will Fuller, that speedy fucking Gonzalez guy, looking like a good slot. That's because
true.
That's all Wes himself. That's the slot machine right there.
He really... I don't know if he's going to go in to be a head coach, but he definitely, just with how, like, his techniques are insane. He belongs as a receiver coach.
It's not even just his technique. It's like, a lot of football, people think it's just all physical prowess. But there's a lot of mental power you got to put into it, too. Especially quarterbacks, having to learn every play and routes and read defenses. That's a very hard thing to do. And like, I know I couldn't do it.
You really got to have mental skill in order to do that.
And you got to have mental power to keep powering through all that injuries and pain and coming back. It takes a lot of motivation, you know. Yeah. You really got to like limit yourself from what you do. And like, look what happened to Antonio Brown. He let the fame and, you know, like all the stats go to his head. And now he's a pansy, bro. He's a fucking clown.
I think
that man can play fucking football.
A lot of people think with me, when he got whopped by Vontaze Burfict, that's when it all went to garbage.
I could probably say the same thing, but science is going to be like, we can't prove it since you can't like find out if somebody has CTE until they're dead, which is, you know, a shame.
It'll get there.
I think it's not even. I think it's just his ego.
He does have a really big ego. He kind of always has, but it's really gotten to him, which is crazy because he's been on 3 different teams in one season and he still thinks he's the greatest. He is good. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, it's just like
he's a good football player. He's not a good personality. That's his biggest problem, and he used to be. He used to be so positive. I loved being a Steelers fan, having him on the team is great.
He had that chip on his shoulder because he was selected, what, the 6th round, 7th?
Yeah, that's why he picked. He said why. I remember why. So the reason he has number 84, because 4 times 8 is 32, and that's how many teams passed up on him in the draft.
Oh yeah, I think I heard something about that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty cool. Like, I missed that Antonio Brown. He's got something to prove, but like after he like proved that he was the best.
Yeah, he just wanted to be the best football player.
And now he just wants the money. He's about the greed. He let the power get to us. Look at the politicians, bro. It's the same thing. Yeah. It's because we live in a capitalistic society and money rules everything, and it's always going to be like that.
Yeah, there's nothing that's ever going to be done about that. There's people that are trying, like that universal basic income. It's like $1,000 a month for every person. Now, I'm not going to get into politics. But there's nothing we can do.
I don't like that.
I don't like it at all.
I don't think people should be paid to do nothing.
Exactly. Like I don't know. Any sort of added income, including minimum wage. I'm not gonna try not to get too into politics because I
Well,
get
yeah,
very passionate.
there's certain things that people should get added income for like disabilities,
Right.
mental problems. Like, I'm not gonna say real mental problems, but mental problems that people cannot help.
That's true. Yeah, and there's a difference between added income and assisting income, like for people who file disability, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But if you, and this new minimum wage, $15 an hour for everybody is ridiculous. Like,
Unnecessary.
yeah, everything's gonna go up.
If I wanted to make more money, I would try harder.
Exactly. That's how everybody should be. There is no. Okay. All right. I'm gonna calm down. I get a little heated.
Yeah, I know. I understand.
But it just drives up cost of living, and that's kind of my whole thing. So, kind of got some of the sports news out there. There's nothing exciting in the car world right now.
There's never anything exciting in the car world.
You shut your mouth.
Ooh,
There is I guess there is
Testy
Summer
boys.
Nats. Summer Nats is coming up.
Say summer Nazis? I didn't think Nazis were still a thing. I guess, there probably still are Nazi following, but...
Probably. But let's go to a more fun part of this. Summer Nats.
Fun.
Summer Nats. Oh, dude. Have you never seen it? Oh,
Is it
I'm
about
about
cars?
to bless you. It's about cars, but you'll see why everybody loves it. It's in Australia. It's every Australian summer, which is...
I like what Portland has going on with their their $500 car race, or the death car, whatever they call it.
It's the Gambler 500.
Yeah, dude,
It leaves
think
from
that's cool.
Meadows.
I think that's cool.
Yeah.
I knew they left from Meadows because when I was working at Interstate,
Yeah.
it was right across the street from Meadows, so we'd have all those clunky... Dude, there were some cool looking cars. I would love to do that sometime.
It's a lot of fun. Now, I really want to do... I was thinking about getting like a Geo or something and doing it.
Dude, I love Geo. Geo's just like so much gas money saved.
I love Geo
It's like
so much.
my ugly ass car. I spend $20 to fill it up every 2 weeks.
How much?
$20.
In your Aveo?
Mm-hmm.
How many miles?
143K.
No, man, how many miles do you put on it per fill it?
Fuck if I know. I don't pay attention.
Okay.
I'd say about 350, 400.
Oh, that's pretty good. Okay, that's not bad. Let's see.
Well, because I averaged. I think it's a 10-gallon tank.
How's that camera going? Is it going good?
Yeah, no problem so far. We got about 27 minutes
Yeah.
of session.
Probably wrap this up soon. But for now, let me introduce this man to some magic. I don't know if that's copyrighted, so let's turn that down. But it's in Australia. It is the biggest burnout competition in the world.
Kind of reminds me of a death race.
It's insane. It's truly nuts. Just insane cars, like more insane than you.
Was that one of the new El Caminos?
No, no, that's called a Ute. That's an Australian pickup car. It's basically a Pontiac GTO from the early 2000s, and they put a bed on it. It's called,
okay, so it's custom made.
No, it's a Holden car. Holden is GM, so basically like a subsidiary of...
GM owns everything almost.
Yes, well, Holden is done now.
Oh, like
I think they stopped.
business?
I think they stopped in 17.
Well, they probably didn't have a big following.
Yeah, because it's only Australia.
Yeah,
they're
it's
the
also
only Australian
ugly
company.
fucking car.
Oh, I love these cars.
I love.
I love those.
The purple looks so nice.
Oh, I just love Utes. I want one so bad. They're so cool. And that, I forget what that truck's called.
It's called the truck.
They all have names. Like that Camaro was, I want to say Rumblebee.
Honestly, that's Monster.
Yeah.
Because it's got the name on the side.
And that's a Holden Commodore. That's basically what the Ute is without the bed.
Oh, okay.
But my favorite YouTuber, shout out Cletus McFarlane, he's going to be in this competition this year. He has an insane third gen Camaro with a 10.3 liter big block V8. Do you know sizing for V8s?
V8 is strong.
Yes. So
Nice.
10.3 liter is about double the average size.
I would
of
say I was
V8.
thinking like I hear a lot of 4.7 like
Yes.
liters.
Yeah, for 5.3 is the most common V8. That's a 5.3 LS motor from Chevy.
Is that swapped?
It came in a lot of cars.
Okay.
It came in most V8 trucks, actually all V8 trucks.
So that's
around
why,
the era.
That's what a lot of people like swap into their like Mustangs and shit.
And that's what I'm working on now. I have a 2014 Chevy Cruze, but now I'm going to say it on here because now I have to do it. I'm in the plans of making it a V8 rear-wheel drive swap. I want at least 450 horsepower out of it. It's front-wheel drive right now, so I'm gonna play around with a couple different things. I'm thinking about getting a 4th-gen Camaro, rear end, transmission, all that. Make sure to get a T56 because then I get a 6-speed manual, and just make it an insane car. I want to do burnout styles, like in this style.
Yeah.
And I want it. If I can get it to work, if I can really make it happen, it's gonna be so good.
Well, I mean, it just takes time and money, and like you just gotta work for it.
It's gonna be a lot of money.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fucking money.
That's why I'm gonna start getting some stuff together now. Okay. All right. So I think that is gonna be our time today. We're gonna be trying to do this weekly, right?
I'm weekly, if not, a couple times a week. Just depends on scheduling.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll definitely see how it all comes together. We're going to get as much out for you guys as we can. If you stuck around this long, thank you. Thank you for even opening this up. We appreciate every chance that you give us. Obviously, the biggest reason for this is we just want to talk. And it's going to be documented. But we want as many people to hear it as we can.
Of course, we talk a lot about it, like a lot of interesting stuff, and it's something you want to hear, then give it a chance. Somebody else, you got friends who want to hear it, tell them to give us a listen. If they like it, a subscribe, a follow, anything helps. Mm-hmm. We'll be doing some social media as well: Instagram, Facebook. Fuck Twitter. Nobody likes Twitter, except everybody uses it, but nah.
It's mostly for porn.
Well, I'm gonna start using Twitter.
I am on Instagram at Talon Stanley Comedy with no spaces. I guess you guys don't know how my name is spelled. TALLENSTANDLEY. If I need to spell comedy for you, then just don't worry about it.
Unsubscribe.
I'm on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And Hunter, go ahead and plug yours now.
I guess I'm also on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. I have quite the funny videos on YouTube. You can find me all caps. The name is Fatty Legs. My Instagram is also, under the same subject, but it is